Okay, great, that's over with. Hey guys, so it is just me today because Shannah did not feel like being in front of the camera, which is completely fine. So she gave me a suggestion to sit down and give you guys tricks and tips for attending college in person. So rule number 1, show up on time. I don't know any instructor that I've had that did not find it extremely disrespectful for you to walk into their class 5 minutes late when they're already in the middle of a lecture or in the beginning of a lecture. I know for sure because he made it very clear that my macroeconomics teacher would get very frustrated that if you were to walk in late, it would be a really big problem because you're disrupting his time trying to teach the students and you're disrupting the students' learning time. Now, if you have a reasoning that you're gonna pop in late by 15 minutes every time class is scheduled and you let the instructor know that, that's fine. But to repeatedly show up to each class, interrupting and not showing up on time, being like 5, 10, 15 minutes late, and just going back and forth, that's frustrating and can be annoying. So show up to class on time. Number 2, pack your lunch or make sure you have a couple extra dollars. So for me, all the places around campus or on campus can be a little pricey. So if you plan on buying, make sure you have a couple extra dollars with you, or make sure that, you know, there's enough on your debit or credit card so that you're not stressing about how much money you have, or if you have enough to get like chicken tenders, mac and cheese, make your own salad. Me personally, I try and pack as much as I can because, you know, I don't have those couple extra dollars to make sure that I can afford lunch that day. So I pack. Take notes, take notes, take notes. Take them however you prefer. However, if you're going to be using like a laptop or your iPad or some form of tablet other than paper and pencil, let your instructor know. I'm sure that they won't care or mind. I've done it before, but it's also a respect thing to make sure that they know you're not ignoring them in the middle of a lecture. Have I seen people on other websites other than on like OneNote through Microsoft and or going on Google Docs or that kind of thing? Yeah, they're on like Facebook or they're tweeting or, you know, some form of not paying attention to the instructor. So again, it's not that they mind, it's just a respect thing. Let them know what you're doing. Number 4, have a planner. Planners have saved me. This is currently mine. I use it all the time. I have been using it, or using one, basically since they gave us agendas in middle school and high school. So, or even back in elementary school, to make sure that our parents knew we were doing a great job or we were getting in trouble. You know, writing little notes in the agenda book. Yeah, I write all of my assignments down in here. I write my entire life in here. I have doctor's appointments. I have just life things that I need to know and remember. It goes in here. Have a planner to organize every little aspect of your life, especially academically. If you're going to be taking anywhere from, I would say 3 to 5 classes. I, at a time, take 3 classes a semester, and yes, that may take a little bit longer to complete, but that's just how I am. And so using a planner to plan out all 3 classes really helps me stay organized and I can stay on top of my schoolwork. give yourself enough time each day to work on big assignments. So if you know you have an assignment due at the end of the month, make sure you plan out each day to make sure that you're putting in the time and the effort to get that big assignment done. You know, set aside 20 minutes each and every day to get a little piece of that big assignment done, so that you're not stressing 3-4 days the big assignment is due. You're having all of this information together and ready to turn in 3-4 days before it's due, and it looks nice and it's completed and it's not a jumbled up mess that'll probably get you an F. Plan accordingly. When scheduling classes, make sure you have enough time to take a break and check in with yourself mentally. This is why I take 3 classes a semester. I like having, you know, a morning class, a little break in between, maybe this past semester, for example, I had an 8:30 to 9:50, had a break, and then I didn't have class. I didn't have biology until 1:30 to 3:50. So from 10 to 1, I had all of this time to get schoolwork done and just, you know, do what I needed to do for myself, to check in and make sure that I wasn't overwhelmed with all of like this schoolwork. And, you know, I checked in with friends socially, I checked in with myself mentally. You know, I would take laps around the campus, inside and outside, to make sure that, you know, I was still having like blood flow in my brain and, you know, in my body, because going from sitting in a chair for an hour and 20 minutes, I wanted to make sure I was still moving around. And I especially made sure I got up and moved around